You're listening to the Sans Pants Network.
Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Plumbing the Death Star. I'm Joel.
I'm Jackson.
I'm also Joel.
Ignore that pause. Plumbing the Death Star is a comedy pop culture podcast that asks the most important questions of all. Like, how could you stop Jimmy Bones in the from the movie Bones, 2001? On the weekend,
Yes.
I watched the movie Bones.
Actually, let's reverse back to last Friday. We finished work. And we said, hey, we're going to be doing some plumbings next week.
Yes.
How about everybody goes away and we watch a movie so we've got something to talk about? Watch a movie, a big pop culture classic. And then we came in today and you said...
I watched Bones.
Yes, you did.
And I initially thought, like the TV
Like the
series.
TV show.
No, the movie.
Right. And we said, what? Huh?
And I said, Bones, with Snoop Dogg.
And we didn't know.
And I was like, is that the one where he's a dog?
I'm like, yeah.
okay.
Snoop Dogg's a dog in this, sort of. So, Jimmy Bones. Well, Bones.
Right.
It's a horror movie. And in 1979, this is in the movie, not in real life. The movie just got made like a regular movie, as far as I'm aware. In 1979,
Yes.
Jimmy Bones was a man about town. He
Right.
loved by the neighborhood.
Okay.
Kept it safe, looked after everyone.
Right.
But then a rival gang, came into town and they were like, brother, we want you to sell crack. And he was like, no.
Okay.
Nah, dog, that ain't me.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'd be selling it to my neighborhood.
Okay.
And those are the people that I want to look after. I don't want them getting they compare it to a lottery ticket, except you can't win. Where it's like, you're just spending, it's not expensive, but you
Spending money, willy-nilly or
Good
whatever.
money after bad.
Yeah.
Except it's bad, yeah.
It's a poor financial investment. That's the problem.
Math
with
is a poor financial
Yeah.
investment.
Anyway.
Not selling
Then Jimmy Bones is like, I'm never going to sell crack.
Right.
And then they are like, smoke this crack. And he's like, I don't want to smoke crack. And then they
Right.
pull a gun out on him. And they're like, smoke crack. And then he smokes crack and it makes him violent. So then they shoot him. And then they're like, damn, we killed him. The cops are going to be coming after us. So let's take his knife and we've all got to stab him with it so no one knows who killed him. So then everyone gets stabbed. Yeah, it was the bullet wound that killed him, yes. But now he's also got 5 knife wounds.
When you stab a guy after they're dead,
Yeah.
surely science.
He's still alive.
posts-
He's
Okay.
dying.
Okay.
Wait, so is the idea that all of their fingerprints would be on the knife so no one could
Corrupt
be
cop
implicated?
is there. The crack guy.
Yeah.
Jimmy Bones' bodyguard, Jimmy Bones' wife.
Right.
His bodyguard didn't do a good job.
No, Jimmy Bones.
Why does wife stab him?
Well, we'll
Didn't
get
she
to-
love Jimmy Bones?
She did love Jimmy Bones.
Not
So,
enough.
and then there's another guy that's like the bodyguard of the main guy, the
Okay.
bad guy, I think.
Right.
Anyway,
But
they're like, you got to stab Jimmy Bones or I'm going to shoot you in the head.
I see.
And then they're like,
with the same knife.
Yeah, with the same knife.
So then surely, in the best possible scenario for them, the last person who stabbed him is who's implicated.
And then they
Or even
tear.
just clearly like, well,
5 people
stabbed
Jimmy
this
Bones.
man.
I can
So
see
one
that
of
from
you
the
who-
fingerprints.
From the fingerprints.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One
Plints.
I don't
You
know
said
if say 5 people stab one guy.
Yes.
It's murder on the Orient Express. If everyone killed a guy, no one killed a
I'm
guy.
fairly certain you can all get done
No.
for at least conspiracy.
If
to-
everyone
That's what
killed a
Poirot
guy.
said at the end. He looks at everybody and he's like, well, I can't arrest all of you. Never mind.
So if say
I bid
don't
thee
know,
adieu.
let's pair it back.
He's French.
Say,
I remember.
I don't know.
Wait, is he
He's
French?
Belgian.
Fuck, that's right.
Yeah.
And they wrote it. Was it a French or no? Agatha Christie is not French.
English.
And she picked Belgium because it was a very foreign and wild country to her.
Could be.
No, I'm pretty sure it was like that. She's like, she doesn't know.
It's like, I can't imagine. This is not even that Belgian.
No, I know. That's why it's funny.
That's-
If it was far away, if she was
It would
like, I
make
wrote
sense.
him as someone
Hungarian.
from fucking far north Queensland, I'm like, yeah, that's far away from you, Agatha Christie.
Yeah,
Oh, my
mate.
little grey matter.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah,
Tell
look.
you fucking what? I reckon they all stabbed you.
Fucking hell.
You
Well,
can't arrest a couple of cunts for one dead cunt, so fucking you're all off scot-free, eh?
Poirot. Yeah?
Eh?
what?
He's been stabbed. Crikey!
fucking oath he has.
Fuck me, mate. Oof. All right, well, I guess I'm
Fucking
on the case.
Yeah, right. Oh, is that him?
Tell you what, mate,
He's
there's
deader
been a
than a
fucking
dead dingo's donger.
there's been a fucking murder on this Orient Express.
Bloody shut this train down.
I think there's been a death on the fucking Nile. Shit, mate.
Fucking, is that it? Oh, murder on the gang.
Murder on the Gan. I went on the Gan once. It
Cool. How was it?
was really lovely.
That's nice.
I've always, it looked nice to go on, but very
it's good.
skinny.
Yeah, it was good.
They take Jimmy Bones' wife's dress off her and they wrap Jimmy Bones in it. And then they throw him in the basement of his house.
Can I go?
22 years later.
Can I just paint me a picture? So what the picture you've painted, so I just want to clarify. You have Jimmy Bones.
Snoop Dogg.
So
just picture Snoop Dogg in.
Snoop Dogg, and he's like, I'm a man about town. I protect the neighborhood, and I don't want to sell crack. You then have a bodyguard, which is Snoop Dogg's bodyguard.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
then have Snoop Dogg wife.
Yes.
Yes.
And then
Pam Grier.
Pam Grier.
Pam Grier.
Okay,
Pam
cool.
Grier, all right.
And by wife, it's like partner. But
Yeah.
We'll say wife.
We'll say wife. So you got those three there, and they're about towning, protecting the neighborhood.
they get invited to a meeting.
They get invited to a meeting.
to expand the
The business.
The business. Their business is just protecting the neighborhood.
Well, they're like I think it's implied that it's
They're like a criminal. There's like some. They're protecting the neighborhood, and sometimes that's through force.
Okay. So they're
but they're
enforcers.
like
They're good criminals.
like Jimmy Bones is loved by the community though, and he
Yeah.
keeps
He's a humble weed seller.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you got those three.
Yeah.
They get invited to, let's say, Jimmy Crack.
Yeah.
And he's got a bodyguard as well.
And a corrupt cop.
Okay.
And then they're like, you selling crack. He's like, no, you smoke the crack or I shoot you. He's like, I'm smoking the crack. I'm
then
now
the-
going crazy.
Yeah.
I've gone, he's a crack man.
Oh no, shoot him.
And then
He's
the corrupt
gone
cop
shot.
shoots him.
Okay.
Corrupt cop shoots him. Okay, and everyone's like, you just shot.
And then the corrupt cop's like,
Jimmy
right,
Bones.
grab his knife, everyone take turns stabbing him.
Okay, so
Okay.
then 4 people stab him.
5 people
So
stab.
including the corrupt cop.
Yep.
So even the corrupt cop has a couple goes.
Yeah.
Gun and knife, all right. And so everyone stabs Jimmy Bones.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
They
on the same
then,
page.
corrupt cop then tears off Jimmy Bones' wife's
Jimmy wife,
strap.
Yeah, Jimmy wife.
And then
Pam Grier.
they like wrap him in this,
Mm.
and then they throw him in the basement of his building.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
All right.
where he is dead.
Yeah, fair enough. Corrupt cop. Okay.
Dispose of body. 22
22
years
later,
later, 4 teens have purchased an old building in a neighborhood that no one really goes to anymore.
Oh no.
They get the money.
It's 2001.
Selling crack.
Everyone's flush with cash.
It's and also one of the main teen's dad
Yes.
Right.
is rich.
Okay.
But we'll get to that in a second because these stories.
Oh, they
my God.
intermingled. All right.
I'm excited.
So 4 teens.
Yes.
4 teens buy this building, and then they go into the building and they're like, "Fuck, this place is all fucked up." Also, whom's this dog? There's a big black dog in the building, and they're like, "Oh
Okay,
boy,
good
how
dog.
long have you been locked up in here for?" And it's really hungry.
Okay.
Is it like a emaciated looking dog?
No,
What kind of a dog?
It kind of looks like a. Imagine like it's not a German Shepherd, but it has German Shepherd vibes. It's like a black-haired dog that's like pretty big.
Okay.
I might
That's
be
not
able-
what I was expecting. That's not a tough sounding dog.
German Shepherd's a tough dog.
Sort of. A German
mean,
Shepherd's
yeah.
a cop dog, dude.
Yeah,
They look too neat. They're like tough.
Yeah.
They look like
They're
I don't
like
know.
army tough.
Yeah.
hang on, let's find out what.
It's like a fake tough.
No, I think the German Shepherds can be tough.
No, they are tough.
It's not
but
actually a German Shepherd anyway. So this it just
Yeah.
has German Shepherd vibes.
Okay, so like a cop.
Yeah, it's a cop dog, a German Shepherd.
It's this fucking dog.
Okay.
See, it's just dog.
It's just a dog.
It's just it's dog with red eyes.
It's just a dog. Like it's like the
Yeah,
most
okay.
basic dog breed.
You imagine a dog, but imagine an evil dog.
yeah. Like
That's-
if you went to the
Okay.
pound
yeah.
and you said, "Give me a dog,"
Yeah.
that's the dog you'd get.
Anyway, so for the 14s, they find this dog.
Yeah.
And they're like, this dog's starving. We should feed it. And they take it outside, and then Pam Grier is there.
Oh my god!
no.
And she's
Jimmy
like, don't
wife.
feed that dog. Once its appetite starts, it'll never stop.
Okay.
And they're like, what the? Shut up, lady. Who the fuck is
We'll
this?
feed this dog if we fucking want
We'll
to.
fucking give this dog some fucking steak or whatever. We don't
Yeah.
give a shit. And Pam Grier has a daughter who's like, Mom, why are you screaming at those teens?
Let them feed that dog.
Let them
That
feed
dog
that dog.
hungry.
Yeah.
And then Pam Greer's like, promise me something, daughter. Never go near those teens or that house.
Okay.
Okay.
Or that dog.
Or that dog.
Do not go near that dog.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, they feed the dog.
Yeah.
And
They use like regular dog food. Bit of like a steak.
Bit of steak. Yeah.
I think I can't remember what they feed it first. It is either just a bit of steak or it's dog food. I can't remember.
Okay.
Anyway, it eats. And then they're like, because they bought this house to turn it into a club.
Right. Nice.
As you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2001.
Yep.
They were trying to rebuild the neighborhood or whatever.
When you
Right.
say teens, what
They're
age
like-
are we looking at? Because when you said 14s, I initially thought you said 14.
No.
But the
14.
number 4.
They like kind of
teens.
like.
No,
And
they
then
don't-
I
I don't
went
even-
14, then I'm like, okay, there's 14 teens.
They're not
then it's
actually.
like,
I
okay.
don't
They're like sort of
Late.
generic young Hollywood.
Like late teens, potentially
Could be
20s.
early 20s.
Well, they're buying a property.
Yeah.
Well, I
of
would
them have
say,
property.
with the evidence presented in the film,
Yes.
I imagine they're between 18 and 22.
Okay. Fair enough.
okay.
I'm across it.
All right. They're aged up in my head.
So don't feed the dog. They feed the dog a steak. What happens next?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
But they
I
go
feel
back
it.
into the house and they're like, fucking, it stinks in here.
Yeah.
How did we not notice this fucking smell?
Yeah.
What's this dog what the dog doing?
Well, I mean, the dog has been living there.
Anyway,
Probably
It's
shitting
dog-
in
smell
the
like
And
corner.
dog
they
shit, yeah.
crack open the basement and what do they find? But a skeleton
Bones!
of a man.
They find them bones.
A skeleton of a man wrapped in a shirt
Holy
with a knife in his guts and a cool ring on his finger.
Okay.
And
I
then
love that they,
They
have to
left the
stab-
knife
they have
in
to
the-
stab the guy 5 times.
I'm really confused
but
by
then
their plan.
But then they hid the body, so then it's decayed long enough that there's no flesh.
But was like,
So you're like, if anyone was to discover the
They were like
crime, who's gonna figure out? Anyway, it's
let's
beautiful.
imagine for a brief second, just to explore their plan.
Okay.
We are police officers, comma, not corrupt.
Yeah,
We find that the body.
Officer Normers.
Officer Normal.
fantasy world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
entering the realm of imagination.
Yeah.
Well, we are good cops.
And where being a cop is an honorable job.
Exactly. I am Officer Respected.
And I'm Chief Normal.
Well, you made yourself chief. Fuck, I
Yeah,
could've
I'm
done
your
that.
boss.
And I'm Inspector Rex.
Okay, so that was a dog. Keep him away from the body. Wow, you should be saying that to me.
Keep him away from the body.
All right, we go down there. Hey, Chief, I found an axe. Shouldn't have touched it. And it's
You
a
found it?
knife. I'm not very good at that job. Chief,
Officer Respected, that's a knife. And why are you touching evidence?
sorry, I've left my gloves at home.
You shouldn't, even with gloves, you shouldn't be picking it up. This is a crime scene, officer.
Woof.
You let the dog down here. Oh, that was my responsibility. I thought the
I
dog
don't-
would eat the bones, but he's not doing that. So that's,
Am I on a leash?
I didn't put him on a
I'm
leash.
sniffing that corpse.
Is he can sniff it, just don't eat the
I'm
bones.
licking the bones.
Oh, fuck!
I'm a dog.
I think this
Control
was,
me better.
I think this crime scene was an accident. And now it stopped being a fantasy and started being real life.
God damn, I had this man suicide in basement. That sucks.
No, that's
Stabs
sad.
himself 5 times in the chest and then shot himself in the
Well,
chest.
it's funny that you say that because at when the teens find it, they're like, "Oh no, this guy killed himself," and the other teens like, "What do you? Huh?"
You fucking cop?
Are you serious right
Because
now?
they're like, "Oh, it's a crime scene." Like, what do you mean crime scene? There's like, "Do you think he was down here and just stabbed himself?"
Yes.
Yes, that is what I think. So is
Anyway,
he a body or bones?
he's bones at this point.
Okay.
He's just bones at this point.
Okay.
But they're like, "Well, we can't call the cops because tonight's the opening night of club night."
Right.
Teens, let me tell you, you can.
yeah.
You can stop your little club now.
And they're like, "No, we can't do it. That'll be so embarrassing. So let's just shut this off."
Yeah.
And then everything will be fine. And then one of the teens notices that Jimmy Bones' body has a cool ring on it.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
So he breaks off the finger and says, "Won't be needing this anymore." And then he puts
he's not
the
Bro.
ring on.
No, I get it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway,
Take the bones.
The
I mean,
dog-
take the ring.
Yeah, Bones ain't doing much with that ring.
Yeah.
It's my
He's
ring
not
now.
wrong, yeah.
the dog has also eaten a second meal at this point.
Second steak.
And
Lucky
then after the so eats. I can't remember what he eats the second time. I remember what he eats the third time. though.
Yeah.
He eats something a second time, and then that's just after the ring's been stolen.
Okay.
And then it cuts to Jimmy Bones' body, and when the dog eats a second meal, some flesh starts growing back on
Oh,
Jimmy Bones.
fuck.
Because it turns out that the dog is the spirit of Jimmy Bones in dog form.
So the first meal, nothing.
Yeah.
Well, nothing
Or
that
is there-
we see.
Okay, is there
but they
maybe like a
say
little
that,
bit of like a patch of butt cheek?
Yeah,
that I
something
don't
hidden
see?
underneath.
Well,
yeah.
the way that it happens is it's kind of like his musculus. It's like the stringy bits come.
Oh,
from
like his
first.
tendons and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Crazy that the teens don't see anything.
well, yeah,
They
no,
just see bones.
he's bones at that point,
Right.
And then the tendons happen after that. 'cause
Okay.
after they've left the room, after the ring gets stolen.
Okay,
So
so
there's
there's no
some-
time.
yeah.
So they feed him, they feed the dog, wait a day, go down to bones, nothing's changed, steal a ring.
Now Jimmy
the
Bones
first
is
meal has
becoming
come.
Jimmy
Or
Meat.
the second meal, like I don't.
Okay, first
What?
meal means nothing.
Did
Or
they-
the first meal could have been because
maybe
they,
it's his brain and his skull. We can't see it.
and also it could have also been like maybe that's what lured them down there because now
Yeah.
there's a smell that they didn't
Do
notice
they-
before.
Oh,
Do
yeah,
they
good
show?
point, good point,
Does they show how he became dog?
No,
Okay.
I guess.
No, like Pam Grier, like over the body of her
Did
dead
they-
partner. Be
There's
like,
a
I
line-
curse you, Jimmy Crack, who killed my husband. I curse you with dog.
No.
Or I curse you, or the Johnny Crack being, I curse you.
You two become
you
dog.
dog.
Was there a dog in the
line.
past?
There is a line right at the end where they say it's a dog eat dog world.
So maybe he became a
And
metaphor.
he is played
Maybe the-
by the
Snoop
actor
Dogg.
Snoop
Maybe
Dogg.
the corrupt
And there is a
cop
music
was
video
dog
where
that became a guy.
Well, there's, oh yeah, there's that music video where Snoop Dogg's he's
yeah.
macking on with someone's daughter, and then the dad comes home. I'm probably misremembering this.
Yeah.
And then Snoop Dogg's like, "I gotta get out of here," and he becomes a dog.
That's true.
And then he's running through the neighborhood, and all of his friends become dogs.
That's true.
Does this take place in the same
I
universe?
don't think so, because So the dog eats a second time.
Yeah.
Tendons come back, and
Okay.
what the fuck's going on with the Jimmy Bones skeleton?
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Club
that.
night kicks off. The guy who is the one that stole the ring is DJing at club night.
Okay, is he DJing with a sweet ring now?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
You got a
And then
lovely
he
close
sees,
up of the.
then he
of
sees
the,
a sexy lady,
Whoa.
like gesturing to him, and he follows her, and then
Hubba,
he
hubba.
leads her upstairs. She leads him upstairs in the house club thing that
Yeah.
used to be Jimmy Bones' house,
Okay.
his resting
yeah,
place.
Yeah.
And then he goes into a room, but then he's
Jimmy Bones' tomb.
but then there's no sexy lady there, but instead there's a dog.
Wait, the dog was Jim.
So Jimmy Bones can also be a sexy lady.
I guess.
So Jimmy Bones, after getting stabbed by the power of 5 times,
Yeah.
ends up being a dog and a woman.
I
and
believe
also
that
a
he's
skeleton.
manipulating spirit world because the skeleton is his body. He's not
Yes.
doing anything
Yeah.
skeleton. He's growing back.
Right.
Yeah.
The dog has his spirit in it. But it's
Yes.
also maybe his spirit because someone in the start of the movie tries to shoot the dog and the bullets just go straight through it. The dog's fine.
So the dog's a
Ghost dog.
ghost.
no, but you can pat the dog.
You can
It-
pat a ghost.
You just can't shoot at
Well,
the dog.
they shoot it and the bullets go through it, but it makes like a bullet hole. It just heals straight away. The dog doesn't.
Okay, it's
give
like a hell
shit.
dog.
So
Alright.
the dog can transform into a sexy lady.
Maybe.
There's a-
Or
What's the
the
alternative?
sexy lady was like
Another ghost
hallucination-y
that
thing.
the dog made happen. right. Okay.
Okay, the dog
Sweet.
has power of illusion.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. Or
Anyway,
is a woman.
man
We don't
goes into the room.
Okay.
Yep.
Fuck, I forget his character's name.
Doesn't
anyway,
matter.
Doesn't matter.
one of 14s goes
Yeah.
into the room.
DJ Ring.
DJ Ring.
Um,
It's beautiful.
Goes into the room and then the dog's waiting for him there. And then he's
Okay.
like, what the fuck? And then the dog starts biting him and attacking him and he runs out of the door and he falls down the stairs and then the dog walks down the stairs and then vomits maggots on him and then eats him.
Well, yeah, it makes sense. He was hungry because
Yeah.
he vomited up his previous meal. Of
He ate a bunch of maggots, didn't like them.
Like he vomits up a lot of
I
maggots.
think if I ate maggots, I'd also vomit
He
maggots.
vomits just like
Wasn't
it's like
good. I need man
seeing
flesh.
a
Yeah.
dog projectile vomit maggots is awesome. Anyway,
Yeah.
then
Are they the maggots that are in? No.
no,
Well, they're the no.
Like
No,
the
there's
maggots
no-
that ate Jimmy Bones.
there's no reason why it would be
Why is he
anything.
Bones?
What do you mean? His
He
name
decayed.
is. It's been 22 years.
Were you about to say his name is Jimmy Bones?
His name is Jimmy
Yeah, but
Bones.
that was like, why is he Bones referring to the skeleton?
Well,
and you're like,
'cause
I
that's
know
his
it's been
name.
20 years. I get it. Is he like? Sorry, is it pristine bones or is it like bit of dried flesh?
No, it's just like bones. It's bones, like a skeleton.
I'm not fancy.
I almost said skeleton.
Yeah, I'm not fancy doctor.
Yeah.
But don't like if you're in an airtight room,
You might mummify.
you might mummify a little bit. Like you're not going to be pristine bones, right?
Well, if
what's
the
eating him?
critters
I'm
get in
guessing
there,
like rats.
rats and cockroaches.
They're just cleaning it completely.
Yeah, baby. That's what happens to
Oh,
bones.
no, yeah, I get that.
They wouldn't be they'd be dirty bones.
Yeah. Well, the bones are pretty dirty.
Okay.
They're not like it's not like a skeleton.
Yeah,
that-
yeah. Sorry. Okay.
Why am I struggling to say skeleton? It's not like a skeleton that you've gone into like a medical class and there's just
Yeah.
like a guy hanging
I
on.
know. I know.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
I hope they do that to me when I die.
You can request that.
That's awesome.
You
man.
could be
But I
a
would-
dirty skeleton bones.
Okay, students. Clean skeleton, dirty skeleton. Why is this one dirty? He lived a poorer life. Oh. And then I'm like,
Yeah, because you're alive
I'm
still.
alive still.
You've also got the Jimmy Bones curse.
yeah.
Although Jimmy Bones, it is worth noting that his skeleton is definitely not alive.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, it's also
Anyway,
magic
dog
involved, so,
vomits maggots.
Great, fabulous
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Dog vomit maggots, then eats teen, and then that brings Jimmy Bones back.
Well, that makes sense because if you got a little bit of steak,
Yeah.
you grow like maybe
Some
a
tendons.
little bit of brain somewhere that we can't see, which is why it's so stinky.
Yeah.
And then you another bit of steak, and then you get tendons.
Yeah.
But you eat a whole guy. Well, that's a lot of
That's
meat.
a whole guy.
That's
It's a
whole
guy,
meat.
and for some reason, that also causes maggots to reign at the party. I guess that's the Jimmy Bones
Well, it
trick.
could be
So
a
everyone
weird-
fucks off.
Is it real maggots? Or is it
Yeah,
illusion
it's real maggots because people accidentally eat some.
Okay.
Okay.
Because they're
Nice.
eating pizza and drinking, and then you see maggots fall on the stuff, and they're
And they're like, oh, I'm eating maggot
yuck."
pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then the house catches fire, and then Jimmy Bones walks in front of the fire, and everyone's like, who the fuck's that? Anyway, they leave. Then you find out that
right.
the dad of the main teen was Jimmy Bones' friend that organized that meeting for the crack.
Oh,
He
okay.
wasn't there in that meeting. Or was
He
was
was there.
one-
He
Was he Johnny Crack?
Was he?
No.
Was he Johnny Bodyguard?
Sorry, I think when I said so
There's Johnny Bones.
I
So
think
Jimmy Bones. Then
the
there's Jimmy Wife.
So it's
Is there
actually-
Jimmy Bodyguard.
so when I said there was 3 and 3, it's actually 3, 2, and a loose one that's
Okay.
bridging the gap.
Okay.
Okay. So Crack
it's-
Bodyguard is actually
so it's- yeah.
Jimmy's friend.
So
Okay.
crack,
All right,
crack,
I'm across it.
crack
Yeah.
guy,
Crack.
crack guy,
Yes.
and corrupt cop.
Yeah.
They're
They're
we want to
team-
sell
they're team crack.
Team
Yeah.
Crack.
And then we've
Pro
got
crack.
We got Jimmy Wife, Jimmy Bodyguard, and Jimmy's friend who has
Yeah.
organized the meeting
Okay.
between them.
Yeah.
Anti-crack.
Yeah. Well, no, the one who organized the
Organize the
meeting.
meeting crack neutral.
Well, wants to be crack positive.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
So So I guess he's like weed positive, wants to turn into
Yeah,
crack.
he's
positive.
like,
Okay, I
Jimmy,
see.
these guys have got a great business
Crack's
opportunity,
awesome,
and I'm one of your trusted friends, Jimmy.
Right, nice,
Anyway,
okay.
that turns out to be 2 of the teens' dad.
Oh, okay.
And Pam Grier, as you probably guessed from the fact I said her name in both the early version and the current, she's the lady that lives across the road.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, Jimmy Bones is back from the dead to kill the people that stabbed him with the knife.
Right.
To enact his
Does he
revenge.
attack the other 3 teens?
Not straight away.
Not just like the cop who was like,
No.
if you don't do this, I will shoot you.
Yeah.
No, I got to kill.
So the
Jimmy
first
Bones.
Jimmy Bones comes back.
You got some interesting priorities.
I think once
Jimmy Bones comes back.
Yes.
And so the spirit world and the living world have now kind of meshed. Jimmy Bones comes back. First thing he goes and kills his bodyguard, but it's a mercy kill, sort of. So he floats into the guy's house. Basically, you never actually see him float, but he just pops up.
yeah, sure.
He is like a ghost or a demon.
He has the same premise as a ghost, where if you shoot him or you try and stab him or whatever, it just goes straight through.
Is the dog still around?
No, the dog's gone now.
Okay, he was the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get. Yeah,
I
He was
just
trapped
that
in the dog.
confirms
He
it.
ate a guy, and now he's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
yeah, dog's gone now.
Bye,
And
dog.
Jimmy Bones is back.
Yeah.
Does a sexy lady ever come back?
Pam Grier gets turned into
The
a
other sexy lady that lured the DJ.
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
That's still undecided what that was.
Yeah, we don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know what that
We don't
was.
know.
Right.
Okay.
Then, so kills his bodyguard, and the bodyguard's like, I was always there for you. I didn't want to stab you. And he's like, what should I have done? He's like, should have tried harder.
Yeah.
And then
fair
he
enough.
kills the bodyguard, but he kills him in a relatively nice way.
Okay.
Then he goes to crack guy's house.
Yes.
Yeah.
He also runs into 2 random people on the street that try and sell him crack. And he kills them in a way where their entire You know how like when the nuclear bomb went off, how there was like shadows of people?
Yes.
Yeah, so imagine that, but blood. Somehow he kills them and that happens.
Wait,
Their
Blood
blood's-
become shadow.
they've got a shadow of blood
the
imprinted
wall-
on the concrete?
on the wall.
So he made a silhouette, like you got
Like a
this,
silhouette of
your
blood.
graffiti, and it's like
A
like,
silhouette
you,
of
like you punch
Yeah.
someone so hard that all their blood went out the back
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
silhouette of them.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Jimmy Bones is powerful.
Like when like a Looney Tunes jumps through a wall
Yeah.
that leaves
Yeah.
that
It's
just
like
blood.
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 Yes.
Okay.
And then
He's
he
powerful and artistic.
Yeah.
yeah. Then he goes to Johnny Crack's house,
Yeah.
kills Johnny Crack with a mirror.
Poetic.
And then cuts his head off.
Right.
And then puts his spirit in his head, and he's like, "Why do you cut?" So then the guy he's just killed still yammering, even though he's a head.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Jimmy
does he-
Bones, why are you taking my head around, and why can I still talk? Where's my body?" And he's like, "Your head's not alive. I've just used it as a vessel for your spirit. We're gonna go get the corrupt cop
Why do you do that?
to mock him."
So
Okay.
Jimmy Bones has some intense powers.
Yeah, all
He
right.
now has control over spirit realm.
Uh-huh.
I don't like that.
And then he goes to corrupt cop, does the same thing, cuts off his head. So now he's got
heads. Okay.
he's
collecting
got
heads.
he's got 2 alive heads, and then he goes
Didn't
to
collect his
Bodyguard's head.
no
for some
bodyguard's head doesn't get
He
collected.
gave him peace. He sent him to
Yeah.
heaven.
That's nice.
And then he goes to Teen's dad's house, who's also the former friend, and is
Yeah.
like, "Fuck you, you fucked me over. Why would you do that?" And then he doesn't kill him straight away. He kidnaps him.
Okay.
And takes him back to the house because it turns out that there's a portal to hell in the house, basically. And
Okay.
he
You know what? I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
that's
and
a
the
twist.
hell looks really fucked up because it's basically imagine just a mesh of bodies
Done.
in latex, basically.
Okay.
So they're all just like sticking out of the wall.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Okay.
And, like,
It's
yeah.
like Dante's Inferno kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's really
yeah.
gooey. Anyway, he then puts the 2 heads into hell and they get sucked into the wall as well and become all like messed up and
on.
having a horrible suffering
I'm
time.
part of a wall now.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah,
And then his friend that's still alive, he just keeps sticking his head into hell and pulling him out. He waterboards him with hell, basically.
Okay.
That's an
That's
interesting
awesome.
use of hell.
That's awesome.
Then
Look, he's creative.
Yeah,
he's an
that's,
artist.
hey, that's good stuff.
Then he does just put him in hell. The teens come and try and rescue Dad, but they're too late.
Yeah.
yeah,
Then
okay.
Pam Greer's there, and she's like, "Jimmy Bones, you're alive." And he's like, "You were the only one who was willing to die instead of stab me.
what she
So we
said.
got no beef."
I thought you did stab him.
No,
She-
she did
she
stab
did,
him,
but it was-
she was like, they were like, "You either
They had to threaten her with their death to.
They were like, "You either stab him or we kill you," and she was like, "Kill me." And then the cop, I can't remember if he like grabs her hand and stuff. Anyway,
Okay.
basically,
Yeah.
Jimmy Bones is like, "I know you did
You're
stab
good,
me,
you're
but
good,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
good, we're good.
And then
We
he
cool. All right.
No
takes
beef.
her into the spirit realm, and then they turn back time to 1979, so they're both young again.
So we can wait.
It's in the spirit realm this time.
Did you hang
So
on?
Pam Grier is now wearing the same outfit that she
Wait.
was when we first saw her when Jimmy
Wait.
Bones was killed.
Did you
And
say-
the teens
when he
have
said-
realized
when he said
the
turn
teens have realized that blood is the only connection to the spirit realm. You've got spirit, body, and mind, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, death kills too, but it didn't kill the spirit because there's still blood. And they realized it's because when he was wrapped up in the dress, there was blood on it. So they got to destroy the dress. Get rid of the loss of his blood. Jimmy Bones, fuck off back to hell.
Okay, when you said turn back time,
Just
did you say like just they themselves they become
They-
younger?
yeah.
They don't go back to.
They don't
No.
go back to the
Oh,
70s.
okay, okay,
Oh,
cool,
okay.
cool.
No. They go back to the 1979 versions.
Yeah.
All
No,
right,
right.
they're just doing his illusion powers.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's got a lot
He's
of
like
illusion-
Loki, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of
Yeah, yeah,
illusion
okay.
powers.
Anyway,
mixed with hell.
Then
Okay.
yeah, then they're doing a
burn the
dance, and
dress,
they're
gotta
like,
kill the blood.
you then find out that Jimmy Bones is the daughter's
Yes.
dad, which you figure out at that point by yourself.
Yeah,
That's
Jimmy
not hard.
Bones got a kid.
Yeah.
Jimmy Bones has a
Okay,
kid.
Jimmy daughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's the teen you meet at the start.
Yeah,
that's not
yeah,
part
that
of the
was
14.
with Pam Grier that was like,
yeah,
leave those teens alone or whatever.
Anyway, the main teen and Jimmy Bones' daughter have become basically boyfriend girlfriend.
Okay.
Anyway, so they're trying to save Pam Grier from Jimmy Bones. And Pam,
right, 'cause
Pam, yeah,
Bad. Yep. Okay.
because yeah, he's in spirit
Realm.
realm.
Yeah.
So they all go into spirit realm.
Okay.
Let's just walk there.
Yeah, the house is all fucked up because
All right,
yeah,
house is interesting.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
gotcha. That's like the Hellmouth. All right. Cool,
yeah,
cool,
yeah,
cool,
yeah,
cool, cool,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
It's just starting. I know this is a real movie, but when you describe it, it's so like someone describing a dream they had.
Well, the house is also shaped like a skull.
Did it?
That's
yeah, it
awesome.
started shaped like a skull.
Okay.
Okay.
So
He
so-
lived in a skull house?
Yeah, it's still a house, but it's intentionally shaped like a skull.
Like, as in,
It's like narrow at the bottom, and then it's like
like,
outlined
is it
with
like
two
Jimmy Bones-
Imagine a Scooby-Doo house that's shaped like a skull.
yeah, but did Jimmy Bones design it like that?
I
Or is it
guess
like an
so.
illusion?
or
Oh,
was it
the
just
str-
like a happenstance that was the one that was the meeting
When
place?
you see it in the 70s, it
And
looks
they-
less like a skull house because of all the extra shit that's on it. But the structure of the movie only really shows you the 70s on the day that Jimmy Bones dies.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, Jimmy Bones and Pam Grier in Hell, I guess, or Spirit Realm at least.
Yeah.
Right.
Pam Grier is now young and she's wearing the dress.
Okay.
That's
And
nice.
the
she-
dress Jimmy Bones got wrapped up
Yes.
in.
Yeah, the blood dress.
They're both now dressed in the same clothes that they were wearing the day that Jimmy Bones died.
Okay.
And then there's a mirror in
Okay.
Spirit Realm or whatever, and she looks in the mirror and sees herself old still.
So she's really old.
Okay.
No, she's not really old. She's like
No, like
old.
she is old. She just looks young.
Well, in the movie, presumably she'd be like 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50
So as in, I think Jack's saying like even though she looks young,
Oh, yeah.
is
well,
old.
she really is
Old,
not
yeah. Well,
just really old. She's,
She looks in the mirror.
In real,
she
she's old.
does that classic
Yeah,
thing of like
yeah,
looking in the mirror and sees herself young still.
Yeah.
And then like later on, Jimmy Bones says something and she looks back in the mirror and she's old.
Oh,
again.
okay.
And anyway, so at that point she's like, I gotta
Illusion.
destroy the dress.
Yeah.
And she does a move that wouldn't be my first move if I was wearing a dress that I needed to destroy.
Right.
Because in Spirit Realm, there's candles everywhere.
Okay.
You'd say okay.
So
she burns herself alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a way.
It works.
In a way.
If you got to think quick.
Because if you like start taking off, well, no, because if you start taking off your dress, then
Take off there's
then
literally.
Jimmy Bones is going to think we're down to. Oh, that may be good because he's distracted.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
And
he's
then you burn.
he's
Yeah.
to you, Jimmy Bones' husband Bones.
Yeah. Okay.
No, strange move. I would've
Yeah,
taken off-
baffling
okay,
stuff.
And there's like
Lady
literally
Bones.
like imagine like churches in movies how there's just like
Done.
huge things of like candles.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
She
Yeah,
probably could have taken off the dress and just thrown it
Yeah.
anyway. She sets herself on fire, immediately fully catches fire. Jimmy Bones embraces her. They're both just standing there on fire.
Okay, so Hal,
And
you're very
now-
flammable in spirit realm. Sorry.
okay.
And then the main teen and girlfriend teen have got to escape, but girlfriend teen's upset because she's currently watching her mom and dad on
Burned to
fire.
death. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they're like, we got to get out of here, otherwise you won't make it. Your mom would never have wanted you to die in Spirit Realm.
You gotta
Right.
live.
And then they go to jump off the ledge of a thing together.
Yes.
But as they jump, she gets pulled backwards.
Okay.
But then she is there again. She gets pulled backwards, and he's like, what happened? And then he like walks out the door, and she's there again.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then things are okay, but then
She's
She's
Jimmy
actually
Bones.
Jimmy Bones, because Jimmy Bones possesses his daughter.
yeah, basically. And then that's the end. And you never know what happens.
There's no Jimmy Bones too.
There's no Jimmy Bones 2. Because would you believe it? When this movie came out, it was cranned critically.
Oh yeah.
It was critically panned.
Critically crammed.
It was
Sure.
critically panned and a box office failure. But
I'm
then
shocked. Yeah.
it's become a cult classic because it features heavy use of practical effects and it's fucking crazy.
What? I didn't gather
You're
that.
kidding me.
People like actually Bones rocks.
But okay.
So how would you deal with Jimmy Bones, I guess?
Okay, so this man, he's a dog, and he's also maybe a woman, and he's also maybe illusions.
I think
And he
the
has the
fact,
power to make me a blood
yeah,
silhouette.
the
Yeah, he
fact
can
that
make you a blood silhouette, or he can put your spirit in your head and cut your head off, and then put your head in hell.
the fact that Jimmy Bones can decide where my spirit goes means I don't
worrying.
think I have much of a chance. I think he'll put me in a dog.
I'm curious of like what gave Jimmy Bones all this power.
Well, I think if you've got
Or just
20
when you-
years to hang out in the spirit realm,
I'm guessing he just happened to be buried in the.
he was lucky. He was lucky to be buried on the mouth of hell. So he developed ghost powers.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Hang on, because that was all from memory. But let's just. I'll just fire up my little machine.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is my first thought. This is sad to say, but it's not hard to kill a dog. And especially this dog wants to eat, so you just give him poisoned meat.
Well, unfortunately, it is hard to kill this dog because they try shooting.
You can't shoot him, but he's eating.
Yeah.
So if I get a meat.
Okay. Yeah. So you're baiting this dog.
For the sake, I'm trying to stop Jimmy Bones. I don't want to bait a dog. It's not a real dog. It's not a real dog. It's a ghost dog.
Well, how about instead of going straight to bait, what if we just call a pound?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Call a pound on the dog. That's
Yeah.
a good idea. What's
Someone else's
What's
problem.
that dog gonna do?
Someone else's problem now.
Exactly.
I leave.
You say, hey, we bought this house, sick house, gonna turn it into a club. There's a
There's
dog,
a dog
here.
there.
We
It's
don't know
got-
whose dog it is.
It's got red eyes. We tried to shoot it. Bullets went straight through.
Can you say that again?
What?
We tried to shoot
Yeah, it's
it,
got red
obviously,
eyes.
but it
Yeah,
wouldn't
you know
die.
when you see a dog.
we tried to shoot the dog. The dog didn't die. So
So can you send a guy
Yeah.
with a big net?
they're like, we might send the police.
Yeah, send them too.
Great. Well, because I'm worried if you send pound guys,
Yeah.
dog catchers.
I like pound guy.
You send some pound guys. Isn't Jimmy Bones the dog gonna eat them? Become Jimmy Bones
yeah,
straight
true.
away?
It's not sense. Yeah, okay. It's not really my problem though. But yeah, it become my problem, especially if like.
Well, because
dad
the
is-
pound guys open the door,
they're gonna
Jimmy
be-
Bones the dog eat them.
Yeah.
Jimmy Bones comes out of the basement. It's like that was fucking quick.
I did forget a little bit. Well, it's not really I forgot. I just like kind of brushed over it a little too
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah.
So the blood keeps the spirit alive, and Cynthia, the teen daughter,
She got him blood.
yeah. So anyway, and the reason that the main character, and this is funny, and I think I said it at the start
Yeah.
of this, or maybe I said it before the recording started,
Either
when I was
way.
like, Bones!
Yeah.
Yeah.
They pick up a photo of Jimmy Bones and Jimmy Wife.
Yes.
And when Wife realizes that, so this is the second time this happens in the movie.
Yeah.
First time you see this photo, Jimmy Wife is holding the photo of them both, and Jimmy Bones turns in the photo and looks at her.
Whoa.
And she's like, "Fuck!" But then when main teen picks up the photo at the end of the movie,
Yeah.
Jimmy Bones turns to him in photo form and says, "It's a dog eat dog world." And then he looks up at his girlfriend, who then smiles and then vomits maggots on him, and then it ends.
Okay.
So he still has the power of maggots even when it's not dog mode.
So his powers
he's-
seem to be move your spirit, vomit maggots,
illusions.
Controlling portraits like they're in Harry Potter.
and can open the portal to hell and the spirit world.
Well, the spirit world, yeah.
It's in a mirror.
No, it's in the house.
Right.
But it is also in mirrors. Yes, it does pop up in mirrors.
Okay.
They go to look in a mirror and then it's
That's
just you
Hell
get like
World. So it's
the.
Mirror World.
okay.
Mirror Realm?
Is that like the movie Mirrors?
It's
is
not,
howling-
it's not dissimilar. I would love nothing more than to launch into explaining the plot of the movie Mirrors right now.
Kiefer
Waste the
Sutherland-
next 40 minutes explaining Mirrors.
Kiefer Sutherland looks in a mirror and it makes people kill
Kiefer
themselves.
Sutherland has become a security guard
Yeah.
for a haunted department store.
That's very Five Nights at Freddy's.
That is very Five
Yeah.
Nights at Freddy's, but this came out before FNAF, so
Yeah, I know.
they stole it from Mirrors. And there's ghosts in the mirrors.
Yeah.
It's got something to do with. There was
Is
a
this the one where they have to go and they have to like go to the brink of death to go to the Mirror
No,
Realm?
so
or is
there
that
was-
a different film?
There could be
There-
Mirrors too.
there
Oh,
was
that's Flatline.
there was
Flatline is not the they gotta die and then
Oh.
it's the ultimate thrill.
in Mirrors.
And that makes fucked up versions of them.
In
Mirrors?
Mirrors, the reason the mirrors have ghosts in them
Uh-huh.
is at an insane asylum. A woman was too haunted.
Too haunted.
She was so haunted it made her crazy, or so crazy it made her haunted.
Uh-huh.
And so in the Mirrors department store,
Mm-hmm.
which must have been an
Mirrors
insane asylum
department
at
store.
some point, they had a apparatus
Mm-hmm.
which she got in that had mirrors all around her.
Yeah.
And then
Why?
they span her
Who
and they
designed
put the
this?
ghosts in the mirrors. and
the
in
mirrors-
the end, Kiefer Sutherland goes into the mirrors and he comes out and he's like, thank God my mirror's nightmare is over. And then he looks in a mirror and he sees that all the writing is the right way. And he's like, oh, I'm in a mirror.
He should never have gone into that mirror. But the mirror does make you like cut off your own head or whatever.
Yeah, the mirror makes you go. That's what's bad about the mirrors.
Yeah, Mirrors does sound
It's because
bad.
the mirror ghost
Loves
starts
it.
possessing him, and
Okay.
then it makes his wife cut her face off or
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
Because the mirrors
Yeah.
are evil.
Mirrors
I gotta
makes
watch
sense.
Mirrors.
To be honest, Mirrors is like a bad movie I adore. It's so funny. And I think the department store is legitimately spooky. I think
Brother,
they
you
did a
gotta
good
check
job.
out Bones.
I must.
And also I found out, so you know how we were like, oh, he's like a weird star or whatever. He's a numbers runner.
Oh,
So
okay.
illegal lottery.
Right, well, that's why he makes the line about lottery tickets.
Yes,
It's a lottery ticket
exactly.
you can't win. Okay, so
Okay.
how do I stop him putting my soul in a dog?
Well, I
Yeah.
think, wait, huh?
Yeah, how do we stop? Because he's got the power of removing like my
Yeah.
soul and putting into anything.
I say,
Well-
hey, Bones, I've had enough of you. He goes, yoink, whoop. I go, whoop, whoop.
He stabs me in my heart. I'm like, oh no. He's like, don't worry, I have this dog. Whoop, and chucks my soul in a dog. And now
He
I'm like,
ejects the dog soul, because whatever, that can just go loose.
Yeah.
I go in the dog.
A dog could probably fart out its own soul and no one would even notice.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Well, because souls are a gas in my brain, obviously.
Right, sure, totally.
So, like, and if you just, like, I imagine, like, if you're throwing a man's soul into a dog. The
Oh,
dog
right, the
soul's
dog
gonna-
soul gets. I thought you just meant like you could be watching a dog at the park and it just does a particularly long fart and then just collapses.
you're at the dog park. You're watching all these pooches running around. You see a fucking Labrador.
It just stops.
stops. Does like a high pitched, long. Wow, hi, hon. Look at that fucking dog. That dog's
still
going for so long. And then
Like it's a puppet with its strings cut. It just collapses.
I don't know what
I
I
think
mean.
that dog accidentally farted its own soul out.
I'm not. Did that?
Was it sick? What
I
the
hope
hell?
so.
Fuck.
And then a soul is just loose in the park.
Honey,
too.
honey, I think I just witnessed the first ever case of a dog putting itself down.
And dogs, like when people, when they die, the gas escapes their body. Can that happen before you're dead?
Can you do that accidentally?
Is there like a finite amount of gas that you
Can I
need to
fart
keep?
so
Because
much that I
dog,
fart out all my life gas?
that dog farted life gas.
It took like a full minute. It didn't seem to be reacting. Like it didn't even know.
Well, it's
Just the dog. There's no expression.
I think that dog farted its entire soul out of its arsehole just
Well,
then.
it's funny because, like, when I think about, like, a dog farting its soul out, in my head it wasn't dying. It was just like, oh, that's a soulless dog now.
Like it
Just-
does that. You see this strange wispy something leave its ass, and then it just runs off.
That dog's gonna commit some crime.
You see the wispy whatever like flying up toward heaven takes the shape of the dog's face. Maybe gives you a wink and then floats away.
That's a soulless dog.
That dog's got no soul.
That dog's gonna commit so many atrocities.
I reckon I could look
goddamn.
at dogs and figure out which ones have souls and which ones don't.
Absolutely. You know the dog they sent to like a retirement home because it can sniff out cancer?
Oh,
yeah.
You should do that for dogs.
Yeah.
You gotta go like that.
Soulless dog.
No
like
soul, no soul, two souls.
Frightener's power. Instead of seeing like the countdown of numbers, you're just like seeing dogs with no souls. Just walking around. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, yeah.
You come to me, you see your dog's got no soul. I'm like, what am I meant to do with that information?
Just so you know, dog's not going to heaven.
Well, has it already gone to heaven?
Well, part of it, I guess. Could have
Not the
gone,
meat.
could have gone to hell.
I mean, what?
Could be in heaven, could have gone to hell. I don't know what else to tell you. The soul could have gone to hell. That's a possibility. I don't know anything about your dog except that it's got no soul.
I guess you didn't see it. The
No,
soul.
I
see where
can
it
just
went.
sense
You
it.
didn't
sense
see the
it.
soul move, like leave its body.
No,
at
I
the
can just
moment
tell
in
your
time.
dog's
You can
got
just
no
tell.
soul.
You just don't know where the dog's
yeah.
soul went. You're not allowing. You are allowing for the possibility it went to hell.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
dog could have lived a
Fair enough.
sinful life.
I understand this. I
Yeah,
guess. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I wonder what point.
Yeah, I didn't notice when my dog's soul left it. Oh wait, maybe that really long fart it did. Hang on a sec. Maybe that was it farting its soul out. Okay.
Become more
Well,
sinful after.
The funny thing with Jimmy Bones, and I guess
Yeah.
the way that I deal with it is like, okay, because I guess like you want to opt in straight away. The way
Yeah.
to opt in is you just leave. Don't move
Don't-
into
yeah.
the house
Yeah.
that's
Well-
got a dead body in the basement and a random dog.
Yeah.
But then if it gets to the point where Jimmy Bones is back,
Yeah.
he's enacted his revenge by the end of the film, but now he needs revenge with the main character whose name I believe is Patrick because he convinced wife to die. Like, as in, like, he was
wife
part of the
just-
plan.
yeah.
So now Jimmy Burns' daughter is trying to kill Jimmy Burns' daughter's boyfriend because she's possessed by the spirit of Jimmy Burns because Jimmy Burns now has another person to get revenge against.
Yeah.
But if he didn't step in and he just
Yeah.
left,
Yeah. So the boyfriend,
No.
that's all the relationship there is that he is son of.
so the main teen
Yes.
is son of Jimmy's friend that betrayed him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he is dating
No,
Jimmy's
the
daughter.
crime in his eyes, in Jimmy's eyes, the
Yeah.
crime of this boy is the sins of the father.
I think the crime of this boy is that he tried to kill Jimmy, like
Now.
send Jimmy back to hell.
Well, because he was
Yeah.
killing everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But Jimmy believes what he's doing is justified.
righteous.
What if
Yeah,
I
fair
disrupted the bones? What if
What
the
if-
moment I opened the door to the basement, I was like, "Hey, check this out!" Just
Well, someone does disrupt the
Like I'm
bones, remember?
motorboating the skeleton.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Motorboating is so funny.
Motorboating's wonderful, and it you know, I like that we named it after the sound. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, who's having fun? I mean, I'm having fun in this situation.
Well, I think everyone's having fun.
Yeah.
Are you imagining that maybe being motorboated is not as fun as motorboating?
Yeah, well,
What about if somebody, obviously, maybe we don't have breasts big enough to motorboat. What if somebody motorboated your ass cheeks?
I
Would
don't think
that
I'd
be
like.
fun?
I don't think I'd like that.
I'd be scared that how the air's going into me.
I get
an embolism inside up ass up.
Okay.
I think
so in
maybe-
the beautiful film Short Bus,
Right.
Oh yeah.
there is a wonderful scene.
It's good to bring back short bus. I reckon that got brought up early in Plumbing the Death Star history a couple of times, and then never again for 10 years.
Now it's back.
That's the movie where he sucks off his own dick, yeah?
Opening scene.
That's awesome.
It comes
I've
on his
s-
face. Great. So there's also another scene where they're having a wonderful threesome.
Yeah, wonderful.
And there's a lovely rendition of the Star Spangled Banner,
Mm-hmm.
but the guy is doing it into another man's asshole,
Right, fabulous.
As he is eating him out.
Yeah.
And I'm just guessing in that situation, while you're also doing that, singing the Star Spangled Banner,
Yeah.
eating out the man's asshole, and then you could do a little bit of motorboating.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
that
I would be.
fun
I think I would
time.
be legitimately scared that like an air bubble would go up me, and
But
somehow.
they're like someone's motorboating your ass and then just goes,
Yeah, I don't want my ass to be blown in. I feel like
you
that
just
could
do
make.
a fart. It's the same as a queef.
I don't know. It might make me sick.
It's the same as a queef.
This is weirdly a plot point in the Chuck Palahniuk novel Lullaby.
Whoa, man, stuff's coming.
Man,
references are coming thick
references
and fast in this
You're a-
episode.
Yeah, Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah.
You're a Fight Club.
Fight
There
Club.
you
Your
go.
guy.
My
Yeah,
guy, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're a pop culture podcast.
Yes, baby.
Okay,
This is all pop
okay,
culture.
okay.
So
If you were born after 1995, not a single reference so far has landed.
You might know who Snoop Dogg is.
yeah.
Okay, Snoop Dogg, yeah.
Okay, so how do you stop Jimmy Bones?
Okay.
Well, I
I guess
guess
the first thing is, and I find a dead body.
Yeah.
I'm not being like, well, we have this cool party we're doing. I'm
Yes.
like, I don't want to be in this house.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
true.
think the
Hey,
idea of
I'm
hosting a
leaving.
club night in a house that has an obvious murder victim is a
Yeah.
good idea.
I think
And I
that's going to
understand,
bite us
look,
in the ass. Yeah.
Well, thankfully, we actually live in fantasy realm, so I can call up Officer Respectable.
That's true. Oh, yeah, he's
I
extremely
would not call up him. He brought Inspector Rex.
He did.
That's an actor, not a.
And
you know.
he was touching the bones.
Yeah,
He
I
thought
think-
the knife was an axe?
or
Or maybe he can't tell the difference. I don't know.
At this point, yeah, I think I would call the authorities and be like, "There's a bones in body there's bones in body of house, i.e., the basement.
Hello, police. There's bones in my body.
I mean, there's bones in the body of the house. I mean, you know how the basement is the body of the house? I'm doubling
Click.
down.
Sir, police are on their way to shoot you on sight.
Damn it! Can you send Officer Respectable?
I pull out a banana and have a gun.
Fuck! I ate my gun for lunch!
I peeled it on the bus. No, my banana tastes like bullets.
Eat my banana. I love
I think
potassium.
I fucked up my head.
I've got such a headache. Ah.
Damn it. Officer Respectable, you know there's a hole the size of my fist in the back of your head? Sorry, Chief.
Ah.
Truly a comedy
okay.
of errors.
Well, so look, Jimmy Bones
Yes.
he's an illusion magic man.
Uh-huh.
So I feel the only way to defeat him is by ourselves becoming or getting our own illusion man. So I'm going to try and get superstar magician David Copperfield.
Whoa, great idea.
To try and help us using nothing but smoke and mirrors. If he can make the Statue of Liberty disappear, he can make Jimmy Bones disappear.
Oh, and I should probably also, you just saying smoke just
Yeah.
reminded me when he kills the corrupt cop, because the corrupt cop's the one that's like, Jimmy, smoke up.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, officer, you told me to smoke up. How about you smoke up?
Yeah.
Then he gives him crack.
Yes.
But then he puts his hand over his mouth and he moves his hand away and his mouth's gone. So he's got crack smoke stuck in his head. That
So
makes
he
him
can
go,
take my facial features too.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess that comes down to
I guess he's
illusion
a
magic.
witch.
Yeah.
All right.
No, but that really happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so David
Copperfield's got no face. He turns, he looks at you, and though he obviously has no expression, you know he's pissed off. Sorry.
Sorry, David.
Sorry, man.
Looking at just that blank face and knowing they're angry with you is so funny.
Sorry, dude.
Okay. How about? All right, I'll pivot then. What about? Okay, we know that Jimmy Bones he hate crack.
Uh-huh.
So what would happen if I just blew a lot of crack smoke at his bones?
I think he would be so furious.
Oh.
You would have no
You would
face.
become-
You'd be a dog with no face.
What,
Dog with no face.
what if we try to get the dog high?
Okay.
And I think you probably get mauled.
Yeah.
Because
What about, okay, hey, whoa.
he loves the neighborhood, but he hates those 5 people that
Yeah.
betrayed him.
So what if I kill those 5 people who betrayed him first?
yeah.
I just get a big hammer. I say, we find the bones in the
You're gonna have
basement.
to take out a rich man, a cop,
Okay.
a drunk that's a bodyguard,
Uh-huh.
a wife,
Right.
and the mother of a child.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
who's the and
Maybe
like
your
a
mother, depending who we are at this point.
Yeah,
in time.
right.
and like a club owner who is very rich.
It's another
Okay.
two rich guys.
Yeah. One's like business rich and one's like shady rich too.
Okay.
I say, hey, I'm here to deliver a hammer you ordered.
I didn't order a hammer.
bonk, 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 bonk.
Do you reckon that will work 5 times in a row? I think it will.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it
And
will.
the problem here
Hammer
is,
delivery, yes.
is you need to, there's a lot of knowledge that you just don't have.
Oh, no, that's actually, yes, there is a lot of knowledge you don't have, but Jackson, you know how you have to sign for a parcel.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You say, hey, parcel delivery.
Yeah.
Can you just sign this? And then they look down, which exposes
Bonk,
their
bonk,
beautiful,
bonk, bonk.
beautiful
soft
skull.
head. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I
Yeah,
come back
yeah.
and they say, Jimmy Bones, your work's done.
Yeah.
Then they throw the hammer into his bones.
Fuck. It's
But
the
if-
skull smashing.
Fuck!
But if the blood is what connects the victims or
Yeah.
the people to the world, haven't you just created 5 Jimmy Boneses?
Well, yes.
Yeah, murder doesn't seem like the answer because if you piss off a spirit, it seems like it could come back.
Because like now,
But Jimmy Bones is the only person that comes back.
Well, because he
in
was
this-
buried. I just don't bury any of them in the.
yeah, as long as you don't get the bloody hammer thrown
Yeah.
into the house. Well, that guy, that DJ Ring, he got presumably a lot of blood around the house.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
fucking full on eaten by a dog.
And that's not exactly the cleanest way to go.
And then it rains maggots. Don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
But it was
No,
awesome
he's got,
to see.
He's got maggot powers.
And he
think
killed
he's
those.
got maggot
He
powers.
got those 2 guys just killed in the street. They're the only 2 random people that die in the movie.
Well, they were
Pop up.
smoking, trying to
Also, the
smoke making
DJ
crack.
Ring. I mean, he got golf. I mean, he sold Ring.
Yeah.
It's a bit-
The dead
a bit
don't
excessive.
need their things. Grave
Yeah.
robbing is ethical.
Yes.
Jimmy Burns says the same thing to the
a
kid when he takes. He's like,
Yeah.
guess you won't be needing this anymore, and then takes the ring back because he's
Okay.
got eat by a dog.
Yeah. Maybe you can't kill Jimmy Bones.
Why do? Why,
Yeah, because
what
you'd
do
have
dogs
to.
hate?
You'd have to burn the cloth without knowing that is the
Yeah.
thing, but then also kill his daughter.
Yeah. So the problem is, so again, you go to the club. So you go to the places. It's
Yeah.
not a club yet. You
Yeah.
go. You open. You accidentally feed a dog once because you're like, this dog. I've tried shooting it. I'm going to feed it.
Yeah, makes sense.
You then go and you see some bones.
Yeah.
At that point, you're like, shit went down.
Yeah.
At that point, maybe you then call some authorities, or maybe even you do your own little research of like, was there ever like a missing person or whatever, or like is a ring that looks whatever? I don't know. Hard to do. Thing is, I wouldn't steal the ring.
No.
Nor would I
Still host the
still
party.
host the party. Because again, like I understand, there's a lot of stuff here you don't know. So how do you defeat something you don't really know much about? Because you've got to do a little bit of research.
You gotta do some- you gotta do some
a little
library
bit
time.
of like library time. You got
Yeah.
to talk to some people around. Maybe you got to
Excuse
talk.
me, sir. How do I kill a spirit?
You got to talk to Pam Grier, who's like, "Don't go away. You leave that
That's a great
dog
point.
alone."
Pam Grier says, don't feed that dog. I'll be like, why?
Well,
Yeah.
instead the teens say, well, Took all your medicine at once today, huh?
This team's a dicks.
Yeah, so I feel maybe.
But also, if I say why, what's she gonna be like? That's my husband.
Well, she doesn't know that at that point.
She
She's
doesn't
she's
want
like,
you to
that's an evil dog.
Well, it does have red. Okay.
Feckle.
Nah, it looks like she has taken a medicine.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Maybe. Okay. Red eyes. Fair enough.
What
It
if we
is
just
evil.
burn the house down?
But why would you do this?
Because it's an
You're
insurance
there.
scam.
Okay. If we're doing it for insurance. then
Yeah,
fair enough.
insurance scam.
Yeah.
Let's burn down the house.
Okay, I buy a derelict, rundown house.
Jackson, all right, the house is burnt down. So when's the money coming? Well, because
You insured it for arson, right?
I don't
like
know what
fire
that
and
means.
theft and.
I don't know what the insurance is. Do I have to go to a guy or?
Yeah, you know when you buy, when you get a prop, you need. So you pay.
I actually didn't even get this property. It's just like no one was living here.
Well,
so.
then it's
Yeah, so we bought it. You bought it, right?
Wasn't it just like squatters' rights?
I don't think you get squatters' rights to burn down a building.
I don't think you can get insurance from squatters' rights.
Well, I didn't get the insurance.
Well, evidently.
So the insurance scam is step one arson.
So
The end of list.
Step one
I
is
suppose so.
buy the place.
Right.
Step two is insure it.
Well, can we do
whatever
that
it's
now?
worth. Well, it's already burnt down.
Well, you could insure it for a block of land now, I guess.
I mean, there is like do you own it? Though?
No, I don't know. No,
So
no.
then why would well, I guess well, to be honest, we're kind of like all we just did was have a cool time and burnt down a place.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Jimmy Bones is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he rises from the ground.
Yeah.
Because he's in the basement.
Because he leaves the house. That's the thing. Because it's not like, but yeah, he catches on fire, but that's in the spirit realm.
So you got to burn the
But
dress in real.
But he catches fire. We don't see him die when he's on
What about
fire
this?
because they leave the room. And I think the assumption is meant to be the dress is on fire, so he can catch fire.
Okay.
But Cynthia's alive, which is her name. I
Okay, I got
remember
this.
some
I
names
figured
from the
out,
movie, but not
All right,
others.
fuck this club idea. What we're going to do is we're going to knock down, bulldoze the house,
Yep.
and we're going to build apartments.
Nice.
Or a house, units, whatever the
Yeah.
fuck we need, right? We're also going to take so many shortcuts. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
we know
okay.
some shady
Nice.
business contractors, building contractors, whatever. They're going to really skimp on the wiring.
Yeah, good,
We're going to
good.
do real bad jobs in like electrical, plumbing, everything.
And we do this anyway.
And,
You know,
Yeah.
this is just our business.
Yeah, this is how we'd run things.
Yeah.
Plumbing the
not
Death
gonna-
Star shit building.
Yeah, if you need a house for like potentially an insurance scam,
Yeah.
we're your guys.
Want a house that'll kill you? We'll build it.
Are you a slumlord that does not care? Well, here we go.
Does the weight of a human life bear no bearing on your soul?
Right.
We'll build your house.
We'll build your house. So we get one, terrible construction. And then we just let some people move in.
Yeah.
And then time will take its course.
Yep.
And an eventual electrical fire will happen.
Uh-huh.
And they'll burn down. Hopefully the dress will burn down.
Hopefully it doesn't kill our tenants in the process.
Well, if it does, they'll be burnt down.
Creating more angry spirits.
But they'll be burnt.
Oh,
The
that's
blood.
true.
No
Blood
blood.
burns.
No blood.
Also, if there is angry tenants,
Fair enough.
We're out of the game already. We sold
that's
those
true.
houses.
yeah,
There's no
Not our problem.
The paperwork leads back to a shell company. That's
Yeah.
not us.
yeah.
Becoming landlords is the solution
So
to our problem
I think,
today.
I think you just demolish the house and you pave
Build
over
again.
it. Oh no, fuck! If you build, you pave over it, then that's concrete.
Yeah.
I feel that's gonna be hard to burn through.
Yeah.
What about if you two stab me
Okay.
Yeah.
and then I come back and I
And then
fight
you
him
have
in
a
the spirit world?
yeah, and then
Have a
what?
spirit battle. Well, I fight him. I kill him
Yeah.
with my spirit power.
And then
well, I'm dead, but that's okay. I'll go to heaven.
He's lived a good life.
you've lived a good life.
Well,
Well,
if you
hopefully God will give me a pass because I got stabbed by my best friends.
That's true.
So,
well, if
okay.
you have control of the souls and where they go, if there's clearly a portal to hell, maybe there's a portal to heaven somewhere.
That's true. I'll
So
find
we
it.
just got to find, I don't know, the house that's shaped like an angel face. Or
We
whatever.
gotta find the portal to heaven, and then we don't need to worry about Jimmy Bones. We just simply go into it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, we've
I
lived
kill
us-
you two because I've become confused in the time it's taken us to find the portal to heaven. heaven.
And then we go to heaven
Those
together.
motherfuckers killed me. Then we all go to
Yeah.
heaven, and it's awesome.
I feel you need like a spirit on it. Yeah, we need a spirit on our side to fight this spirit
Yeah.
because as humans,
we're
nothing.
it's
We're
just-
we got
powerless to
nothing.
Jimmy Bones.
Jimmy Bones is all powerful,
Yeah, he is.
all maggots and
And
illusions.
sometimes all dog.
and sometimes all dog.
And then we get to go to heaven at the end, which is important. But I
It's
hope that heaven
crazy.
doesn't look like Jackson's heaven because that's just holes.
yes,
That's a pretty good
yes.
heaven.
It's
Yeah.
not so bad.
I'd be there.
Yeah, like I like holes, but I think I need the cheek with it.
Well, the cheek's great. I mean, it's my heaven, so there'll be some cheek.
Okay, that's all right then.
Yeah, nice. You're welcome.
Yeah. It's just crazy that you can, I don't know, have illusion magic of summoning, or maybe using not illusion magic, but like summoning a sexy lady to lure a DJ ring.
Yeah.
You can summon maggots. Or does a maggot only happen when he eats a guy?
No, he spews.
As in
he
like
spews
raining maggots.
Yeah, so he spews maggots on the guy before he eats him. It's
Okay.
just like a fuck you kind of spooky thing.
Yeah. I'm just like,
And then after that, it starts raining maggots in the party.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if
And
the
then
maggots to do with
Cynthia
the,
throws up maggots at the end.
yeah, if it's to do with eating meat. Like, where does the power? Because like he's clearly powerless until someone feeds a dog.
Yeah.
So there's at least some containment there.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, I think we need a ghost in our side. It's the only way we
yeah,
can do
because
it.
I don't know how to trap him again into a dog.
You two have to stab me twice.
Yeah, we stab
Yeah.
you
both
twice.
holding the axe.
Yeah, we stab you with an axe in that place.
Yeah.
Then we throw you in next to Jimmy Bones.
And then I come back as a dog.
Yeah, we feed that dog.
Then
Do
I
you have
get-
to decay?
I don't know.
In 20 years.
In
Yeah,
20
okay.
years, we'll feed that dog you come back as.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you come back to life.
Then Jimmy Bones does the same.
Yeah.
Then
But the Jimmy Bones already came back 20 years ago.
we were late.
It really sucks when you have a problem that is fixed by 20 years of wait
Yeah.
of a scheme.
Yeah.
We need something quick and fast.
Kill me
Okay.
20 at the same
No,
time.
no. We kill you. Then we get
We
them.
kill you in 1979.
No, we kill you. Stab you.
Yes.
Chuck your body down there. We get them flesh-eating bones, those bugs.
All right.
Yep.
Nice.
Whatever. We need to contain this.
Yeah.
We've unleashed flesh-eating bacteria. Oh, no.
But they're just bugs.
Okay.
But bugs can be loose. I
Yeah.
just cannot stress that we really need to ensure
That is true. Yes.
that we put them in a glass box or whatever.
Okay.
It's kind of cool to watch.
Yes, absolutely.
They eat you, then your bones.
I'm
Yeah.
Bones.
Now,
Fabulous.
hopefully, we're like, okay, now summon.
Now it works.
Now
Yeah.
summon
And
the.
then we're just whispering to your skeleton, summon the dog.
Summon the
Come
dog.
back as dog.
I've
But
got-
I died and I was like, would you like to come to heaven, Jackson? Yeah.
We're sitting there. This is like bugs eating this whole damn body. I'm
on.
sitting there with a fucking thing of chum. You'll be back soon.
Jackson's coming back.
Jackson's coming back. Hitting the thing with the fork. Jack!
Any second now, a dog will arrive that
Trust
will
me.
be Jackson.
We'll
And then-
know it's him. Jack! Then this fucking black dog with red eyes.
Jack?
Are you Jack or are you Jimmy Bones?
Just vomits maggots and eats us. Jimmy Bones comes back. Movie happens still. Jackson's
eats the
motorboating
chum.
an ass in heaven.
Yeah!
I'm concerned about it when it was happening to me, but doing it to someone else is awesome.
You can't get an embolism in heaven.
That's true. That's something you can all just take away from today's episode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I've been Joel.
I've been Jackson.
Also be Joel.
Sometimes we watch movies that everyone's seen, and sometimes we haven't. We don't. Anyway, check out the 2001 movie Bones, starring Snoop Dogg and Pam Grier. I bought it on DVD for $1. I'm sure you can find it somewhere too. Goodbye.
See ya. Yeah. Oh, and I don't have a drink.
This one?
Fuck my life. No, I'm okay.
Yeah, if you want a drink, just get one.
No, it's
You
fine.
can take this. I can go drinkless for today.
No, I don't need
Sure?
a drink.
You seemed like you didn't have a drink.
I was,
I was being nice.
Imagine if I had 3 drinks. You could have had one of those drinks. But no, you yell at me all the time for having too many
you
drinks.
wouldn't give me. If you had 3 drinks, I would not be allowed.
I'd get a
Literally-
4th.
I just opened it. You can have it.
No, it's fine. I mean, you want your drink.
I'm fine.
Okay. I'll have the drink. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Watch him not drink it and then leave it half empty, half full in the studio, and then you have to clean it up later.
Yeah.
I'll drink it.
You'll drink it. See?
The amount of times I find half-drunk drinks lying around the studio,
Yeah.
and they're always you because you open cans differently to everyone else.
How's you open a can?
What do I? What?
He doesn't pull the tab the whole way back, so he just cracks it and kind of leaves it like that.
Interesting.
so you can see the
Yeah.
fold.
That's so interesting. I didn't know I did that.
Yeah, it's because you're in a hurry to drink.
But then I don't drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Surely I have a
'cause
conundrum.
you go, and then you put it down, and drink's done.
I need a half drink, I suppose.
Yeah, like the ones you get in like an airplane.
Yeah, like a half. You know, you can get a half bread now.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't think that's a now. They're cutting loaves in half now.
Like it's from well, you just get them from like Baker's Light, but like
Yeah.
if you go to like say Woolies,
Safeways got them now.
That's also still cool at Safeways. Okay,
Yeah, me too. I got. Yeah, wow.
Anyway.